Hey there, what's up? Ever been through the ordeal of almost missing a flight because you didn't understand English at the airport? That pit in your stomach, the rush, the fear of being left behind. Who hasn't, right? But imagine this scene. You, calm, understanding every instruction, knowing exactly where to go and what to do. No stress, no misunderstanding, enjoying every moment of your trip. Sounds like a dream? What if I told you that this dream can be a reality? In today's video, I'm going to show you the secrets so you never go through airport troubles again. I'll reveal the essential phrases, the most used terms, and the tips that will transform your travel experience. Get ready to take off towards fluency in airport English. With Learn English Secrets, you'll discover that mastering English can open doors and take you to incredible places. So don't waste time. If you want to turn your airport hassles into peaceful and safe moments, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any English secrets that will boost your travels. You're about to unlock a new world of possibilities. So let's go! Defining the trip. Ladies and gentlemen, passengers, our destination today is the airport. Yes, that place that can seem like a seven-headed monster, full of strange terms and endless queues. But calm down, take a deep breath, because I'm going to show you that traveling and learning English can be much easier and more fun than you imagine. Ready to take off? First of all, let's start from the beginning, defining some essential terms that you need to master to feel like an expert at the airport. The first one is departure. Ever heard this word around? Departure means nothing more, nothing less than the act of leaving, of giving the initial kickoff to your trip. It's like the start of your game, you know? Without departure, there's no adventure, no new cultures, no incredible photos for Instagram. So remember this word well, departure, your departure towards new experiences. Now let's talk about the types of flights. There are basically two types, domestic flights and international flights. Domestic flights are those that happen within the same country, connecting different cities. It's like traveling from Sao Paulo to Rio de Janeiro or from New York to Los Angeles. International flights, on the other hand, are those that cross the borders of a country, taking you to another corner of the world. Imagine, for example, flying from London to Tokyo or from Buenos Aires to Madrid. The difference between them is that international flights generally require more documents, such as a passport and visa, in addition to going through more rigorous security checks. Another important term is connecting flight. Ever been through this? A connecting flight happens when you need to catch a second plane, or even more, to reach your final destination. It's like a marathon with several stages, where you need to change shoes and catch your breath before continuing to run. Connections can be a bit tiring, but they can also be a great opportunity to get to know a new airport, try different foods, or even take a quick escape to explore a new city. But keep an eye on the times, huh? Don't miss the next flight because of a custard tart. And to close this first part, let's talk about the flight classes: first class, business class, and economy class. Each of them offers a different level of comfort and services, and of course, a different price too. Economy class is the most basic, ideal for those who want to save some money and don't mind squeezing their legs a bit. Business class offers more space, reclining seats, more elaborate meals, and other treats to make your trip more enjoyable. And first class is the height of luxury, with private suites, a butler at your disposal, a gourmet menu, and everything you can imagine to feel like a king or queen in the air. Understanding these terms is the first step for you to feel more confident and safe at the airport. After all, information is power, and the more you know, the less likely you are to feel lost or confused. So review these concepts, write down the key words, and prepare for the next step of our journey. Believe me, with a little study and dedication, you'll master airport English and travel the world like a true expert. Preparing the phone. Now that we've mastered the basic travel terms, let's move on to the next step, preparing your phone to confirm the flight. Yes, your smartphone can be your best friend at this time, helping you to avoid unforeseen events and ensure that everything is in order. And to show you how to do this in the most efficient way possible, I've prepared an example dialogue that you can use as a guide. Check it out. You. Hello, I'd like to confirm my flight reservation, please. Attendant. Certainly. May I have your reservation number or name, please? You. My reservation number is ABC123, and my name is your name. Attendant. Thank you. Please wait a moment while I retrieve your information. Okay, I have your flight to destination on date at time. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. Could you please confirm the departure time and terminal? The departure time is confirmed for time from terminal number. Your boarding gate will be announced approximately 1 hour before departure. Great, thank you for your help. You're welcome. Have a pleasant flight. See how simple it is? With this dialogue, you can confirm your flight details, departure time, terminal, and even find out when the boarding gate will be announced. But be aware that clarity in speech is essential to avoid errors that can cause you headaches. Speak slowly, pronounce the words correctly, and, if necessary, ask the attendant to repeat the information. And speaking of vocabulary, note that some important terms have already appeared in this dialogue, such as boarding and layover. The more you familiarize yourself with these words, the easier it will be to communicate at the airport and understand the information that is transmitted. In addition, confirming your flight information by phone is an important safety measure. After all, unforeseen events happen, and it's always good to be sure that your reservation is confirmed and that there have been no changes to the time or boarding gate. This way, you avoid unpleasant surprises and can relax a little before takeoff. So, did you enjoy this conversation simulation? How about practicing a little? Grab your phone, imagine that you're calling the airline, and repeat the dialogue out loud. The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel when speaking English at the airport. And speaking of practicing, have you ever imagined how incredible it would be to be able to talk to people from all over the world without worrying about the language barrier? Share in the comments what your dream destination would be if English wasn't a problem. Check-in process. It's time to face the check-in. That crucial moment when you present your ticket, your identification, and deliver your bags to be checked in. Calm down, no need to panic. With a little organization and the right tips, you'll get through this stage without stress and with a smile on your face. The first step is to have your ticket or reservation code and a photo ID, such as your ID card or passport, in hand. Present these documents to the airline attendant and wait for instructions. They will verify that your information is correct and that your reservation is confirmed. Next, it's time to weigh your bags. Most airlines have a weight limit for checked baggage, and if you exceed this limit, you'll have to pay an extra fee. To avoid unpleasant surprises, use a luggage scale at home before going to the airport, and remove the heaviest items from the suitcase, if necessary. The attendant will also check that you have all the necessary documents for your destination, such as passport, visa, and proof of vaccination. Have these documents in hand to speed up the process and avoid setbacks. Remember, organization and punctuality are essential at check-in. Arrive at the airport in advance, have all the documents in hand, and follow the attendant's instructions. This ensures a quick and safe process, and you can relax a little before boarding the plane. After going through check-in, you'll receive your boarding pass, a super important document that will give you access to the plane. But calm down, we'll talk about it in detail in the next topic. For now, focus on mastering the check-in process and preparing for the next stage of our adventure. Boarding pass in focus. Congratulations! You've just passed through check-in. And as a reward, you received a magical document, your boarding pass. But don't be fooled. This little piece of paper, or digital file, is much more than just a simple ticket. It's the key that will give you access to the plane and take you to your dream destination. So pay attention, because now we're going to unravel all the secrets of the boarding pass. The boarding pass is a document that proves that you're authorized to board the plane. It contains important information about your flight, such as your name, flight number, departure time, boarding gate, and your seat. It's like a map that will guide you throughout the airport, from check-in to your seat inside the plane. Normally, the boarding pass is issued after check-in, either in printed or digital form, on your cell phone. Some airlines allow you to check in online and print your boarding pass at home, which can save you a good amount of time at the airport. At the time of issuing the boarding pass, you'll have the opportunity to choose your seat. Some people prefer the window seat to enjoy the view during the flight. Others prefer the aisle seat to have more freedom to get up and go to the bathroom. And there are still those who don't care about the middle seat as long as they reach their final destination. What is your favorite type of seat? Before leaving the check-in counter, carefully check all the information on your boarding pass. Confirm that your name is correct, that the flight number and departure time are in accordance with your reservation, and that the boarding gate is the same as indicated on the airport information panels. Any error can cause you problems at the time of boarding, so don't hesitate to ask the attendant for help if you have any questions. With the boarding pass in hand, you'll be ready to proceed to the next step, the security check. But don't worry, we'll give you all the tips to get through this step without hassles. Security check. Now it's time to face the security check. That step that may seem a little intimidating, but that is fundamental to guarantee the safety of all passengers. But calm down, no need to panic. With a little organization and the right tips, you'll get through this stage without stress and with a smile on your face. The first step is to prepare for the search. Remove all metal objects from your body, such as belts, watches, jewelry, and coins, and place them in a tray. Also, remove your laptop and other electronic devices from your hand luggage and place them in another separate tray. In some airports, it's necessary to remove your shoes and place them in a tray too. Follow the instructions of the security agents and don't hesitate to ask if you have any questions. Place the trays with your belongings on the conveyor belt and wait for your turn to pass through the metal detector. If the alarm goes off, don't worry, it's normal. The security agents will search you manually to verify that you're not carrying any prohibited objects. Remember, each airport may have specific rules and guidelines, so pay attention to the instructions of the security agents and follow the information signs. And, most importantly, be patient and cooperative. The security agents are just doing their job to ensure the safety of all passengers. After passing through the security check, you'll be free to proceed to your boarding gate and wait for the announcement of your flight. But before relaxing, check that you haven't forgotten anything behind. Check that you've picked up all your belongings in the trays and that you haven't dropped anything on the floor. So, feeling more confident to face the security check? How about sharing this tip with your friends who are also afraid of flying? Take advantage and give a like to this video to show that you're enjoying our English tips for travelers. After all, shared knowledge is multiplied knowledge, and the more people know how to prepare for the security check, the more peaceful your flight will be. Boarding the plane. Ready for the next stage of our adventure? Now let's talk about boarding the plane. Seems simple, right? But there are some details that make all the difference so that you get on the plane without stress and already start relaxing to enjoy the flight. Arriving at the boarding gate, it's that crucial moment. It's there that they'll check your documents and boarding pass. Stay tuned. They'll call you by flight number and destination, so listen carefully and don't get distracted by the airport shops, okay? Usually, boarding is done by groups or zones. They do this to organize the entrance to the plane and avoid that whole crowd. Keep an eye on your boarding pass. Your group will be indicated there. And, of course, be punctual. Arriving at the gate in advance saves you from rushing and unnecessary stress. Nobody deserves to start the trip already sweating cold, right? Now, the big decision: window, aisle, or middle. The choice of seat can impact and much your comfort during the flight. If you're the type who loves to admire the view from up there, the window is your choice. But if you prefer to have more freedom to get up and stretch your legs, the aisle is the best option. And the middle? Well, the middle is for those who don't mind having a neighbor on each side. With all these steps completed, your journey inside the cabin is about to begin. And believe me, there's a lot of cool stuff to happen there. Ready to take off in English? Believe me, this is a unique and unforgettable experience, and I'm here to help you enjoy every second of it. The cabin experience. Entering the plane, get ready to be greeted by the crew. The flight attendants are your best friends during the flight. They're there to help with anything you need and ensure that you have a safe and comfortable trip. Don't hesitate to ask for help. They love to practice their English and help you with yours. The flight attendants are responsible for your safety and comfort. They'll show you where the emergency exits are, how to use the seatbelt, and answer all your questions. They're also great for giving tips about the final destination, so take the opportunity to chat with them if you have the opportunity. And the in-flight service? The in-flight service. It's time to relax and enjoy the food and drink options. If you have any dietary restrictions, don't worry. Just let one of the flight attendants know. And, of course, take the opportunity to practice your English by ordering everything you want. Use words like in flight to refer to something that is happening during the flight. But calm down, not everything is flowers. Sometimes unforeseen events happen. And that's why it's so important to be familiar with the cabin. If there's turbulence, for example, don't panic. Follow the crew's instructions and everything will be fine. And remember, I'm here to help you overcome any obstacles. Let's transform this experience into something incredible together. In-flight situations. Let's face reality, not every flight is a bed of roses. Sometimes turbulence appears to give you a scare. But hey, no panic. Understanding that turbulence is a natural phenomenon already helps to reduce nervousness. It's like driving a car on a bumpy road, you know? Just follow the crew's instructions and breathe deeply. And you? What was the biggest trouble you've ever had on a flight? Tell us in the comments. Another important moment is the communication about the landing. The landing is the final and controlled process of the flight. The pilots will let you know when they're approaching the airport, so stay tuned for the announcements and prepare to disembark. And of course, we can't forget the in-flight service. It's your chance to interact with the crew and practice your English. Order a coffee, a juice, or a snack. Use phrases like, "Can I have a coffee, please?" or "I'd like a glass of water, please." Small interactions like this make the flight more pleasant and safe. Sharing experiences is also a great way to learn. If you've ever been through a funny or unusual situation during a flight, tell your friends or family. This helps you fix the vocabulary and feel more confident in real situations. By familiarizing yourself with the plane's environment, you prepare for the procedures at the destination. And believe me, they're equally important. So, let's turn each flight into an opportunity for learning and growth. Arrival and procedures. Phew! We've arrived at our destination. But calm down, the adventure is not over yet. Now, let's talk about the arrival procedures. The first thing you need to do is pick up your luggage. The arrival area is organized into conveyor belts, so keep an eye on your flight number and wait for your bag to appear. It's important to stay calm and organized at this time. Believe me, everyone wants to get their bag as quickly as possible, but the rush can cause delays and confusion. So take a deep breath, stay calm, and wait your turn. If you're on an international flight, prepare to go through the document check. Your passport will be verified, and you may be questioned about the reason for your visit. Answer the questions clearly and honestly, and everything will be fine. The immigration check is an important procedure to guarantee the legality of your stay in the country. The immigration agents will check your documents and ask some questions about your travel plans. Answer calmly and politely and follow their instructions. With all the formalities completed, you'll be ready to explore your destination with more confidence. Enjoy every moment, try the local cuisine, get to know the culture, and practice your English. Tips and recurrence. So, travelers, we're reaching the end of our travel tips, but don't worry, the adventures don't stop here. Let's summarize the main terms we learned today. Departure, boarding pass, aisle, in-flight. Seems like a lot, but with a little practice, everything gets easier. Memorization strategies are your allies at this time. How about creating flashcards with the words and phrases you've learned? Or watching movies and series in English with subtitles? The important thing is to find a method that works for you and that motivates you to continue learning. Practicing is essential. Use English in real situations, even if simulated. Talk to friends, participate in conversation groups, make video calls with natives. The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel. To continue studying on your own, how about listening to podcasts about travel in English, or reading blogs and articles about your favorite destinations? The important thing is to maintain contact with the language and never stop learning. With all these tips and tools, you'll be ready to face any challenge on your future travels. And remember, I'm here to help you with each new step. So pack your bags, sharpen your English, and embark on new adventures. Oh, and share in the comments, what is the next trip you're planning? Maybe we'll meet there. Conclusion. Hey guys, did you enjoy this takeoff in airport English? I hope so. Now, the next time you're waiting for your flight, you'll remember me and all the tips we saw here. And hey, don't forget to give that like to the video if you learned something new today. And if you're not yet part of our crew, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any English secrets that will boost your travels. And as usual, let's test your ears and see if you got everything right. Today's secret phrase is, at the airport, my boarding pass is my... Now it's up to you. Write in the comments what you understood and complete this phrase in a creative way. I want to see your imagination soaring high. And remember, with Learn English Secrets, English is no longer a seven-headed monster. It's the key that opens the doors of the world. Continue practicing and exploring the Learn English Secrets by watching this video or checking out this playlist right here. See you in the next video!